So here we are with another part of the saga. Something that happened actually at the start. I actually saw this person trashing some of our noobs, by the way. They were in Feared. This was back during the time where we were in Feared before Sin was created. Here's what Terry said about Bando. He's got a lot of people mad at Feared. The reason why is because Bando was trashing RWD while in Feared. He's one of the people that was trashing them. And pretty much Terry called Die and Bando scum for trashing RWD members. And by the way, a week later, Terry invited Bando back into RWD. Like right when we created Sin. I don't know if it was right when we created Sin, but it was after we created Sin. He had Bando come and join his alliance. So he's over here complaining at Feared for this and trying to get him kicked and all this. And then here he is inviting him into his alliance. I don't even know if Bando knows about this. But yeah, he called you also scum, by the way, Bando, and he called Die scum. I saw this in a message that he sent to Benjamin. Because, like I said, there was bad shit happening between Feared and RWD during this time. But yeah, just want to say he's fake to you also. So let's see what else we've got here. We got a guilt trip thing going on here. So let's look at this. All right. So this is a round where I believe Terry had riled up so many people against us with his manipulation that he had Legion members joining and TB9 members joining, because he has just like riled up half the community to hate our alliance. That's why I make this video, because I want people to see our side of the story. So here he is. I just got out of whatever that is. I think that's something to do with his cancer. Again, I don't know what it has to do with the game. I'm sorry if that's true. I don't wish that on you. Here he is. Again, posting it in the chat. This Dura and Terry going at it. They constantly do in the chat. No burning fuel and no alts, which is funny. RWD has alts in it, and when Legion joined, they burned fuel when they were there. So he says we'll run out of fuel someday, like every other alliance, and already overtook them. No, we don't burn fuel to be like reliant on it like that. That's not the situation we're in. We just had so many people, and people just wanted to come here and actually earn fuel, not to waste it. Some people did burn, like Fed. Fed burned a little bit, but yeah, we don't rely on it. And he says, we won't burn fuel as far as I know. You'd have to ask others. I don't know if Terry burns. I don't think he does. Maybe he has before. I don't know. Yeah, here's Dura saying they like ask Godzilla and Pulley. So that's when Godzilla and Pulley and Rob and some other legions joined RWD, and also TB9 joined them and a bunch of other people. Basically to make a coalition to overtake us for first, because Terry he either talked his way into getting them there, and actually Terry, well, I don't know if Terry himself, but I know members of RWD, their leadership, actually paid some of the Legion members to come there and raid. I know which one. I'm not going to name them because they told me, I'm pretty sure in private, but yeah, they paid him 30 prims. I don't know if it was Terry himself or another person from leadership. I'm pretty sure it was the current leader now that did that. So here's them arguing from that. So yeah, here's Duramax naming some alts that are in RWD. Like he said that they don't like that we should do it without alts and fuel when they have alts in there. And I'm pretty sure that Pulley and Godzilla were burning that round. I'm not sure how much, but whatever. Doesn't matter. They had alts there. Oh, here, he already named the person I was talking about. So yes, the pulley was paid 30 prims. It's rated RWD. By the way, Duramax took these screenshots. Big dick in the middle, sin. Send the dick. So again, here he is talking shit about our whole alliance. I'll just let you guys read it for yourself. Alright. Yep, that's true. We beat them even with their help from Legion, with TB9, well, at least from Travis. I don't know if anybody else was there, but Travis was there. Their help from Legion was there. I'm not sure if anybody else extra joined them, but RWD was stacked. It was a really strong team, and they still lost. Okay, so we're going to talk about this because we haven't gone over it yet. This is Terry. Okay, before I go in here, I've actually heard that, well, I've heard from someone that they said that someone told them that Terry was actually sending money to one of their leaders. Now, I don't know if this was actually like as a gift or this was like trying to get them to stay in his alliance or trying to buy his loyalty or something. I don't really know, but there is some proof to this, you know, happening. So here's Apollo X in here, by the way, this little spy, and Terry is online. So, you know, just saying, he was online while he was in here. Our little spy here. That was a spy. Anyway, this is back when Travis was against us, by the way, in case you're wondering why he's talking about us. Okay, so he didn't admit it here. He said, he's family where do you have anyone cares enough for you here? It's true. He gave money to some random guy in his alliance. Yeah, see, he's like mentioning it, that he reached out to him. Life. He says, it's called love, der. Should try that. So this is him pretty much admitting it. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know really I'm not going to comment too much on that because I don't know the backstory of that or anything. But I do know that Terry, I guess from this, was sending money to some of his members. I don't know if it was for loyalty or he was doing it to be a good person or what, but yeah. So this one is kind of disturbing to me, but I'm gonna show it because it's something that should be showed. So I don't know if this is something you would call a meme or what, but Terry made this. So this is some like stock image of this stop sign saying "Stop hate. Destroy those in sin who have spread it to our beloved dead zone." So he specifically mentions Duramax and sin. Well, this is like some like quote from somewhere. Sin is like a cancer that destroys step by step. Sometimes so slowly we don't realize what's happening to us. So, obviously Terry has mentioned he has cancer many times, but he picked this quote because it says sin. Sin is our alliance. And he mentioned Duramax. So he mentioned a member of our alliance specifically and then our whole alliance, basically, from this quote. And they're basically, he's calling Duramax and our alliance cancer. And he says, destroy those in sin. So our whole alliance, basically, everybody in them, in there. And like I said, he's said before that he won't call on us to be trashed or trash anybody before. Like, I've shown that in screenshots before. So yeah, this is what he's doing behind our back. I don't know what this text says here. Something about Dead Zone. I can't read that. It's too blurry into... It says destroy sin. And I don't know what this part says. Maybe it says before it destroys the Dead Zone, I think is what that says. And then destroy sin before they ruin the fun for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to explain why this is kind of more disgusting than it appears to be at first. He's comparing our alliance to cancer, first of all. And he has cancer. And to me that's kind of disgusting because I have a grandpa who has cancer. And you're basically saying my alliance is that I'm a part of is like cancer. You're calling my friend like cancer. I think that's really fucked up. I don't really know how else to describe that. And most people are going to look at this and be like, well, whatever. This is just some stupid little thing he made. This is not funny. This is not a meme. This is just like propaganda and some like weird fucked up way of including cancer into this. Like to manipulate people into feeling sorry for him. Like we're cancer and he's fighting his cancer. Like he's fighting us, like he's fighting his cancer. Like that's the way I take this, and I think that's really weird. I think that's kind of disgusting too, because, like I said, my grandpa has cancer, and I don't use that to manipulate people to feel sorry for me, and that's not my intent of saying that now. But this personally, like, it does disgust me because of that. That's why I get bothered by this. And I have other members in my family who have cancer too, and I'm sure there's people in our alliance, that have had family members that have had cancer, and I know someone's from our alliance, actually their mother died from cancer. So yeah, that's what he's writing about our whole alliance. Thought it was pretty gross. I don't know if maybe I don't think I showed this. Oh yeah, this is the one with Toto. So maybe we'll see about Valve Guy. So here's the spy kicking out the the fake spy. Valve Guy actually got kicked from the alliance. He was an actual member. He wasn't actually a spy. He just got kicked because Der Werner trolled them into kicking them because he brought back false information. So he was in there obviously long enough to get someone else kicked. He sent Toto to have some fun, as he says. And then here he says we were cool with Toto and Kundi before they started exploiting. This is like during the beginning. Well, Toto didn't exploit, but Kundi Man. Because Kundi Man actually was alright with us before this. But anyway, Toto told me he wants to find out how you guys run things there and bring any good information back to RWD. If we didn't respect you, he would not be there. And he is not a troll or spy like Fresh Meat who was sent to RWD. So Fresh Meat, well, we didn't send Der Werner. Fresh Meat is Der Werner. But yeah, basically I take that as any good information back to RWD. That's kind of what a spy does. I don't really know why he would come here. Toto, well, actually pretty sure I'm the one who let Toto in. And I talked to him, and he said, like, he just wanted to come raid with the big boys. I don't think Toto was spying. Like, I didn't think he was spying. But after, like, this PM, it seems like he was there and bring any good information back to RWD. Sounds like spying. So, whatever. He says it's not spying, but just because you say it's not something, it doesn't mean it's not. So, also, I'm pretty sure Toto was the one that he sent money to, by the way. This is, Alex Cross, I believe. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Alex Cross. Or, I'm not really sure who that is. That's someone in their Discord. I don't think that's him. That's somebody. But, I think they're talking about... They're either talking about Valve Guy or... There's someone else that they kicked that, like, a similar situation happened with, McDougie Lemonade, I think his name was. That happened with Valve Guy. So, 2 people got kicked from misinformation that got sent there. Because they were spying on us, obviously. And obviously, here he is admitting, now we spy on you. Okay. It says, no, you spied here, so why should I care anymore? Yeah, he said he doesn't spy, and they don't allow spying, and here he is. Clearly admitting about spies. Okay, so... yeah, let's take a look at this. Just some extra stuff to show, like arguments. Here's him saying he works at a car plant, even after he said he was a CEO of a billion-dollar company. Self-inflicted virus self. That's kind of a fucked up thing to say to a paramedic. During a pandemic. So, yeah, he's basically saying we had 120 players between 3 alliances. That's not true. We did have 3 alliances, and we had a lot more people than we do now. But a lot of people got tired of the game. A lot of people went on a break. And honestly, a lot of those players were alts because they were spread out between 3 alliances. We were never planning to have these 3 alliances be a sustainable thing unless we had like some other alliance join us or something. So that's why we shut them down. That's why we shut down Ear and Veer, because it's enough work to lead 1 alliance, let alone 2, not to even mention 3. No other alliance has ever had 3 alliances in the top 3 spots at the same time. That's never happened before now, at least on Armor Games. We're the very first ones who've done that. So here he is, like, acting like we're dying because of that. We did a 1-round wonder for that, just to boot you out of the top 3 and be the first to do that, by the way. Okay, so here he is, he stepped down from leadership. Now, this was something that we talked about in our leadership. Like, what our goal was with RWD. And we all kind of agreed Terry was the main problem. There was other people that were problems, like Kundy Man and other things that happened that progressed later on. But early on, it was Terry. But then later on, other problems happened, like Kundy Man exploiting and other stuff happening that, he hasn't really actually stepped down either. Jax B or whatever, I don't know him that well, but I know that if Terry went to him and said, give me leadership back, he would do it. Also, we never promised him that we would. Some people mentioned it to him, but it's not something we voted on. I don't think we ever promised that at all. And also, much has happened if we ever did vote on that. So, this is basically Alex coming at me in the chat. And, which is fine. I just want to add this to show some of Terry's, like, some of their behavior here. Hold on. There was another screenshot I had here that Terry was joining in. Yeah, I don't have it here, but there was Terry commented on something like this, like joining in on this little bit here. It doesn't really matter, honestly. I don't care to even include it. So yeah, I think that's good for this video. I'm going to continue on with the next part to this series, but yeah, that's good for now.